to hear me or not. It's been a long time since I stream. I got a new headset, so I'm going to be testing that out. And I've been having some issues with NVIDIA GeForce driver, where it's been acting funny. Speaking of funny, I'm stuck on the stairs. Anyway, where I've been getting, I've been playing, I'll hear game sounds, and then the screen goes black when I'm trying to stream. So I've done that a couple of times and just deleted the stream. Made some changes where there's nothing visible because I had the frames per second counter. I had the status thing showing up on the screen, so I'm seeing if it's an issue with the overlay. So I'm not using that anymore. So it's just regular old game. So I'm gonna do some nice easy mining, make a little moolah, and see how it's working. And if it is working, then I'm gonna be able to do more streaming for you guys and show some new content. Overall thoughts on 3.8 so far? It's good. Buggy as all get out. You can definitely tell they pushed it out before it was ready, trying to get it out by the holidays so people could see new Babbage and ArcCorp and play around with the new areas and some of the new systems and punch each other over the holidays, which, some of the stuff is, it's great. I mean, new Babbage looks great. Microtech looks great. The fact that you can now punch people and knock them out and stab them with a knife, stabby stab, is always fun. Again, there's a lot of bugs. A lot of the missions aren't working, which is kind of typical for a release with CIG. But it's a little bit worse now because you're having these issues over the holiday when no one is around to help or to put out patches to fix the issues. The end result is, it's mixed bag. It's fun, but not. So let's do some easy mining. And again, so if this is finally working and I can start streaming again, that'll be awesome because I'll know the fix. And when I'm at home, I'll be able to do some streams and I'll be able to do some on the road with my new laptop as well. All right, so. It's been a while since I go mining the old Prospector. I did not buy a mole. I know a lot of people were excited about it, and it looks like a great ship. Not for me. If I'm mining, chances are I'm out mining by myself and just tooling around and having fun. The mole it's only a multi-crew ship. You really can't mine solo with it. Not how it's designed. You can try, but you'd have to get out of the pilot seat, go down and mine, and then get back into the pilot seat to then fly the ship. You can't move the ship. It's like I said, it's designed for mining in a group. So if you've got 3 friends that want to go mine, then you can put them in the mining turrets, go fly somewhere, and go mining. So you can probably make more money in a short period of time with it than you can with a Prospector. But again, it's just not for me, not for my style of playing. So again, we'll see how the stream works, see if it actually comes out for once with some new audio using the new headset. And yeah, we'll check it out. So we're going to head over to Yella and just mine an asteroid, basically just as a test. If you haven't seen mining in Star Citizen, it's very similar to the original mining in Elite Dangerous. A little bit more active because you have to adjust your mining laser setting. But it's still the same thing. You shoot a laser, it breaks up the asteroid, pieces come off, and then you scoop them up with the magical, instead of limpets like you have in Elite Dangerous, here you've got the mining laser itself becomes an extractor, which is a neat little touch. So it's neat. It's kind of like the first implementation of tractor beams that we're going to get later on. So let's gotta close the distance to this asteroid belt, and then we'll look for just a little rock. And again, this stream is mostly just to test and see if I get video dropouts and if it's working, and how the sound and audio is on my new headset. It's a Astro A20 my wife got me for Christmas, so yay, and we'll see how it works out. I have the in-game sounds turned down a little low, so I'm going to turn them up just a smidge. smidge is a technical term. Alright, so if you don't know the scan mechanic in Star Citizen, what you do is you hit the tab. This is on the keyboard. I use a mix of keyboard and HOTAS. So I fly with the HOTAS and I use some of the keyboard commands. So anyway, on the keyboard it's tab. And then you just push and hold down the trigger till the bar fills up. Release. And it does a little scan. And if there's anything in range that's of interest, a ship, a mineable asteroid, there are some missions that have you look for like listening posts, stuff like that. They'll show up as like a big old box, which gives you a range, and then you scan again when you get inside the box. It's kind of neat. Definitely a first implementation of it, so it's not perfect, but it's not bad. So far we have nothing. Again, this is very similar to Elite. With the new mining system, they have a scanning system that shows you changes the colors of all the mineable rocks, and you look for the ones for core mining, etc. I'll maybe do a video on Elite Dangerous and its new mining system later, but it's been done by many other streamers, so I don't think there's really a need for it. But again, yeah, I still play Elite, still play Star Citizen, still play World of Warships. Been playing a lot of The Witcher lately, the original game. Yes, because of the Netflix series. For some reason I'd never played The Witcher. And now I'm discovering it's actually a lot of fun. Of course, the fun looking for this is to manage your speed so that you don't run into an asteroid while looking for a mineable asteroid. That would not be fun. Almost looked like I was drawing a box, but no. It does not usually take this long to find a mineable rock. Maybe we need to move further into here. Such exciting and engaging content. Yeah, you can go down on planets and look for mineable areas there, stuff like that. Let's not hit that rock. Usually you find them like above or below the plane of the ecliptic. Interesting from Shock Trader 001. This game constantly makes you waste your time. Well, he's not wrong. But again, that seems to be the trend for a lot of space sims. Oh, we got a box! We got a box! Okay. Let's get this ship turned in the right direction now. Engines on the Prospector are, shall we say, not amazing. And of course it would be right into the sun, wouldn't it? Oh, come on. The box was right there. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It was right here. I know I saw it. You saw it. We saw it. There it is. Phew. I was about to get angry. Not really, but you know, grumbly. Now I have not adjusted my controls since the new patch, so I don't think I have a dead zone on the throttles, so mining might get interesting. Assuming there's something here to mine, which would be like a stealth ship. Can't see squat, thanks to the damn sun. Oh, there's the rock. Let's not run into it. Alright. There's my cats in the background. Gotta love it. I'm just gonna mine this regardless of what's in it. So obviously there are different kinds of asteroids worth more money. Tungsten and aluminum. This is pretty much useless. Not really worth... I won't say it's not worth our time, but it's not worth a whole hell of a lot. So what you do is you throttle up your laser, you adjust your distance from the rock. Basically the goal is to keep, you're going to see the rock energy level at the bottom left. You want to keep it in the green. And then you'll see a fracturing sensor and overcharge on the right. Overcharge bad, fracturing good. A very simplified way of looking at it. I have a feeling we're a little too far. Let's go ahead and go to 100. Slowly move forward. Whoop. There you go, you see the energy levels peaking up now. A bit more. A bit more. It's not too resistant, I just need to move closer. Be careful, obviously. I hear my cat in the background being a cat. Bolt, if you watch this, yes, I have cats. And my particular one is a giant cat. You know that. And my para calls my cat a, what do you call him? I forgot what he called him. Basically, giant cat. He's a Maine Coon. Alright, so there we go. We're coming into the green. Good, we're at 50%. I'm going to back off some of the laser. There we go. Fractured. None of these are mineable yet, so I'm going to have to fracture the little pieces. We got aluminum, tungsten. I'll go for tungsten. I think that's worth more than aluminum. Obviously the smaller rocks will rise in energy quicker, so I won't need to get as close or use as much of the laser. It is a delicate balance. Alright, so we got one that's mineable. I'll switch to extraction, 100% tungsten, thank you. Aluminum 5%. Tungsten, yeah, good enough. And of course, as you can see here, this is why I say the Mole is not a multi-person ship. It takes actually a lot of focus to mine, and it's very easy while I'm out here, my little prospector, for a little pirate to come along and blow me up and take anything I've gotten. So I would rather not be, fly my big target mole around, which is going to cost a lot of money in game to operate, and then get jumped by a pirate and be like, oh, I have to defend myself. Let me jump out of my mining laser, run through the ship, get to the pilot's seat, and oh wait, I don't have any weapons because it's a mining ship. I don't know, I just, I'd rather, fly something small and fun when I'm going to go mine and kind of relax, be brainless. I did purchase the Crusader Ares and Inferno, and that's going to be a nice ship. Very small use, but nice ship. Plus it looks cool. And rule of cool is very high. Alright, so we're 37. A bit more. There we go. Oh, jumping too much. She can't take much water, this captain. Horrible Scotty impersonation. I'm sure I'll get flamed later. But that's half the fun. Hopefully the sound is working and I'm not just talking to myself. If it isn't working, well, at least the video seems to be for once. Right, go ahead and just keep that. At this point we're just going to fill up the cargo and head back and sell so I can see how the video quality is and the sound quality. Not going to edit it, just broadcasting live. So if I get blown up, you can chuckle and be like, ha ha. If you're curious, about performance in game, right now while mining I'm getting 114 frames per second-ish, 112. So not bad. So again, you can see that the aluminum, the percentage, that means I'm basically filling up my cargo with inert materials right now, so pretty useless. So if I was really looking to make money in game, I would probably ignore these rocks and not even bother with them, because anything under, 80%, it's filling up your cargo space without really needing to. In the future, supposedly, the Mole and Prospector will be able to filter out these materials. So instead of 1%, yeah, I'm not, yeah, no. So instead of sitting here and, just filling up mostly with inert materials, it'll spit out those, and what's left in the bags will be aluminum or, tungsten or whatever you're picking up, agricum. It's a lot of really good high-paying materials. Aluminum is not one of them. Neither is tungsten. I'll probably get 2,000 maybe UEC off this run. But again, you know, the amount of time it's taken me to do this, I could do a box mission and make the same amount. So this is just, you know, a nice relaxed activity. You don't have to go far. I just have myself a Porto to pop out and do easy stuff. If this is working good, then when I get back from my next work trip, I'll do a stream and take you guys to Microtech, show you around New Babbage, and go to the new spaceport over there, which is really nice, actually. A definite nice addition to the game. And, you know, a huge step forward for CIG. Like, you know, talk about a huge step forward. Server-side object container streaming. All right, we're done mining. Is live in its initial implementation, so it's not, you know, the final implementation, and it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. But it is in game, and it is helping performance for a lot of people. I'm not seeing drastic increase in performance of my computer, but again, that's because I already had a pretty high-end computer. I'm running an i9 9900K, just a little bit of an overclock. I think I'm doing 5 gigahertz each core, and then a RTX 2080, and of course on an SSD. So 100 frames per second is still good. I think before I was getting somewhere 70 to 80, but I was using DSR as well. I stopped using DSR as another potential symptom for my streaming issues. But again, you know, I've heard of other people going from 30 frames per second to 60, 20 to 60. So it seems most people are between 50 and 60 frames per second now. And if you don't know, if you go to the Star Citizen website /telemetry, you can kind of look there and it'll show you where everyone's kind of performing right now under the recent patch, and you can kind of try to find your system specs there if you want to know kind of where you should be or might be performing on your computer. So here we are closing on Port Olisar, 120, you know, 90 frames per second bouncing around. Obviously it still stutters. Server-side object container streaming is supposed to fix a lot of these stutters, but this is a very buggy patch with a lot of issues. First implementation, yada yada yada. So I'll drop down to, you know, 57 or 60 on the low end, which is again is amazing because it used to go down to like 15 on the low end. So huge progress forward in Star Citizen. A lot of really good welcome changes. Hello, I would like to come to stop. And this is annoying. You don't get this in any other ship. Prospector is just really wimpy engines. Again, it's, you know, it's an industrial mining ship. I'm a little spoiled from flying my Freelancer Max or my fighters. Let us call to land. Because again, now we have crime stats and fines. It would be really annoying to accrue a fine for landing on the pad when you're not cleared to, and lose any money I may have made for this mining trip. Autoland is still a thing, press and hold, and I use it sometimes when I'm feeling lazy. There is a bug right now in game, so I'll show it to you now. If you want to refuel or rearm, you have to hover above the pad, then go to repair, and refuel this way. So you can't land. If you land, it doesn't work. Some places it does, some places it doesn't, so it's just easier. Just do it here, hovering above the pad. So you saw I had a small repair fee, so we'll see what repair looks like when I land and see if I'm able to do it. So now we'll go back here. See? Can't do anything now. Again, we rushed it out to get everyone on board and in the game. Well, maybe you shouldn't have. I'll reserve judgment. I'm enjoying it. There's a lot of good changes. Like I said, I will try to stream. I'm leaving on a 3-day work trip tomorrow, so I'll try to have a stream going for you guys. And if I can't stream, then that's life. I'm sure 3.81 will be out or at least 3.8A or B. You know, some iteration of this patch is going to be out very soon to fix some of these bugs once they get back from their nice little break. Where's the door? Let's see how much money we made. And when I do sell this, I'll take a look at the time, and if I got enough time, maybe we'll go out to Microtech. Jump in one of my faster ships. Take the quick jump. That is another difference. Travel times have been significantly reduced in Quantum, which is nice because it's no longer like 30 minutes to get from one side of the system to the other. So I'm going to make 3,900 UEC. Not amazing. And see, like there, inert materials. 63% of my cargo is garbage. So if I'd been pickier, I could have, you know, filled up and made more, etc. I was just rushing because I'm streaming and just trying to get stuff done. Which reminds me, there's a bug right now. If you equip weapons, you lose them. I was going to go buy a new one, but I'm not going to because it's not worth it. If you lose weapons, and if you equip weapons and die, they magically disappear if you are using it. So, I don't recommend first-person combat right now. Let us pick a quick, fast ship. Hammerhead, Warden.
For your convenience, our automated ship
We'll go with the Warden.
handles storage of all vehicles. To access your craft, consult one of the terminals located.
Still one of my favorite ships in the game.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Bravo 10. Yes, I still look at the signs. Don't judge. See, and then you notice I've had no issues on this server so far, and then I've got people saying that they've had issues with the server, can't do anything today, you know, all this other stuff. It's just a buggy patch with a lot of issues, and again, I'm sure some people did or didn't delete their user folders like they're supposed to, and yeah, it's PTU, it's public test universe, it's buggy. The entire reason we're playing this game is to test and find bugs. So, as long as we keep finding them and reporting them, that's the key point. If you find a bug in the game, please report it. Don't just go, oh, this bug is game breaking. Okay, it's game breaking. Report it so they can find it and fix it. The more bug reports they have, the more information they have, the easier it is for them to find and fix bugs. That's one common issue with gamers in Star Citizen is they love to complain. They love to say, hey, this game is a buggy mess, this is broken, and they don't report it. For all we know, that Wrathchild has an issue that is only him. His report could mean the difference. Probably not, but you know, you never know. Alright, we're gonna go all the way out to Microtech. So one jump and it's going to use half of my fuel. Here we go.
Initiated.
The Warden. Thing of beauty. Just wish it had a lot more firepower for a heavy fighter. But it has a turret, you say? Yeah, have you tried shooting anything on a turret lately? Still not easy. And it's hard if the pilot's flying, and he's aiming, and you're trying to aim, and they don't know how to fly the ship. I'm sure it'll be an art, and I'm sure they'll work on it later. Now, one thing I do want to see in the game. So right now you can see on the thing it says Microtech 47, 7 kilometers away. One waypoint, 1190 quantum fuel used. I would like to see time. You know, you'll be there in 5 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that, so that people would have an idea and know, hey, you know, I have enough time to go get a cup of coffee, or you know, bring up a YouTube video or something like that, so they know how long is it travel. But again, if you get up and get a cup of coffee, you might get interdicted, which obviously isn't a good thing. So again, it's balancing stuff, I guess. They want you sitting here, but quantum is boring. One little trick you want to do is if you've got, you know, if you're using a HOTAS and you've got forward and reverse set on your throttle, you want to make sure that's zeroed out in quantum. So if you get interdicted, you come to a stop, because you get a fine if you don't stop for, you know, an interdiction from law enforcement. If you get interdicted by pirates, I find it's pretty handy to throw yourself in reverse. So you've got 0 momentum when you exit, you throw yourself in reverse, you can get target, you know, whoever's holding you there, will probably be a mantis, and then you can start maneuvering, etc. So that's just a little trick that might save you some fines or some deaths in the future. If you're carrying cargo and you get jumped by pirates, you probably just want to blast right past them, which is why you're going to end up later on with ships like the Banu Merchantmen that are just going to do exactly that. They've got a lot of forward-facing weaponry. They're just going to fly straight, shoot at whatever's in front of them, and keep on going. The Kraken Privateer might do something similar. We'll see how it works out in-game when that comes out. That is my biggest ship, by the way, and I cannot wait to see what the Kraken looks like in the verse. We've only got 19 left, so we're getting closer. So what else can I talk about to waste the time? Other changes, you got the server-side object container streaming, which is supposed to be the Jesus patch, but like failure to report said, it wasn't as big of a Jesus patch as we were hoping, because again, it kind of came out as a first iteration. But it has made big changes, and it is helpful, and we're on the right path. Pretty much everyone can, even failure to report said we're on the right path. A lot's going to depend. 2020 is supposed to be the year where Squadron 42 at the end of the year is going out as beta. You know, or is it alpha for Squadron 42? It's a single player game, I don't remember. But once they get Chapter 1 of Squadron 42 out, and we can see it and test it, we'll see where really right now, we're playing in the PU right now, which is not their focus. This is kind of an after side effect of them working on Squadron 42. Everything that they're doing in this is just to help Squadron 42. Once that's out and released, you know, not even, you know, full release, then they're going to focus more on the PU. So we'll see how everything works out in the long run. Lots of big changes in 20. The Carrack should be out soon. You can be guaranteed, as long as my headset's working and this is streaming as correctly, when the Carrack comes out, I will be jumping in that bad boy, and that will be the only ship I fly from now until the end of creation. And I'm getting interdicted. Hopefully. Alright, so I need to drop, make sure I'm at 0 speed. Hi guys, how you doing? I'm not moving, I don't think. Go ahead and scan. Hi guys, how you doing? Fellow Warden pilots, you should let me go just based on that, guys. Come on. I'm in a Warden, you're in a Warden, we're all one big, happy UEE family. Here's a question, is who interdicted me? That's a Connie. That's a Warden. Do we see a Mantis? We got no Mantis, which tells me... I thought that there were some Mantises. Am I good to move, guys? The problem is I got my sound turned down so much, I don't know if they scan me or not. I'm going to assume they did. Is this a hammerhead or a Connie? Hard to tell from this distance. Yeah, that's a hammerhead. So purty. So we're going to assume the hammerhead's the one that interdicted us. Alright guys, I'll see you later. My daughter's going to be home from daycare soon, so I'm going to have to stop streaming then unless you guys want to hear a 2.5-year-old. Daddy, what are you doing? Daddy, can I fly? Yes, I let my daughter fly my account, so if you see me in game and I'm not streaming, chances are she's flying the ship, so please don't blow us up. Alright. So we'll show you the space station first. Outer marker, outer marker. There's Babbage. There's Port Tressler. One of the new... Pretty much all the new planets now in game have an orbiting space station. And they've changed the look. So as you can see, this is the new way space stations are going to look. Port Olisar is kind of a throwback that is going to be either replaced, blown up. There's theories it's going to get blown up by a king ship. Theories it's just going to go away and then be replaced by a new version. So we'll see what happens. But as you can see, it's they're much more massive than Port Olisar. Like I think Port Olisar fits in that center, this kind of center area right there would be Port O. So you've got this whole turrets, landing pads. There's a lot more inside. There's more shops. So it's kind of neat. So all the planets have stuff like this. We'll go in close and just kind of give you a peek, and then we'll head down to the planet. Maybe we'll jump down to New Babbage. Pretty. It's already got some like, let's see, it's got advertisements on the outside and stuff like that. You know, definite step forward in the design of space stations and how the game's going to look in the future. It can make it feel more alive. And again, lots of bugs. The turrets show up as question marks till you get close enough. And that's part of the server object container streaming. It waits till it's at a certain distance to kind of draw and collect things. Alright, there we go. Next stop. Let's see if we can show you Babbage. It's on the other side of the planet now. Show me the marker. Lazy pilot. I swear I just saw it. Okay, so it's on the other side of the planet. So we gotta go to a marker. Try that one. That's Comrade. Dope! That'll work. Again, my frames haven't really dropped below 100 in a while now. There are people in game, there are people on the server. No, I don't have top secret access to the game or anything like that. It's just we've gotten a lot of increases in performance in the game. There it is. Here we go, ladies and gents, to New Babbage. No interior to New Babbage yet. That's coming in 3.9, which I think is supposed to come out in March. We saw it at CitizenCon where they kind of showed the first iteration of it. You can see the atmosphere looks really nice with the new Planet Tech version 4.0. The textures look better. It's just Planet Tech has come a long way. we go fast. So again, we're seeing trees from this high up, and we got a lot of snow down there. A little bit of rudimentary cloud tech showing up over there. There will be more coming, obviously. There better be. But again, just leaps and bounds above where we were. There's a city coming up there, and you can see, this is one thing I don't like about it, is even though everything is there on the ground from all the way here, so if there's a ship down there, you would see it. Kind of watch as we get closer. You'll see more and more stuff start popping in as the server goes, oh, he needs to see this now. Oh, he needs to see that now. Which is something I hope they increase the distances at which things pop in. I don't know. We'll see how they handle it. It's not overly visible, mind you, so it's not like you're like, oh my goodness, you know, this is stupid, this building just appeared in front of me. How far are we right now? We are 80 kilometers away, and it's drawing everything. So it's still really far. I mean, especially like if you're on the ground shooting someone with a sniper rifle. I don't know what the line of sight is or how far the bullet projectiles work right now, because I haven't done a lot of first-person combat yet. From what I understood before, it was ridiculously short. It's, you know, less than a kilometer. I believe now it is further. Alright, so we're just going to kind of fly through this area real quick, and then I'm going to have to log out. Kill the civilians! You can see, even though I've got my speed set to max, it's not doing it because I'm in atmosphere. There's drag. You know, some of you may remember I'm an actual real-world airline pilot, and the higher up in the atmosphere you get, the faster your airspeed can be, your true airspeed, which is basically how fast you are actually flying. But your indicated airspeed really doesn't change a whole lot because that's based off the air density, and I'm not getting too much into the science. Basically, the lower you are, the slower you are. The higher up, faster you are. And the same thing shows here. So we've just dropped below a cloud layer, and you'll notice the cloud layer was very thin, but again, it's there. We didn't used to have clouds, so this is a nice addition. I was hoping there'd be a storm coming through. There are some storms around all the planets now. They're more spectacular here because of snow. But if you're somewhere that's dusty, it'll be a dust storm. If you're somewhere that's got forest, it'll just be rain. You'll get atmospheric effects on your cockpit screen and on your visor of your helmet. So definitely some good changes have come with 3.8. A lot of bugs. We haven't seen any of this gameplay though, and I haven't seen much in my playing. I've seen some with some quests that are bug out. Again, I've had the issue of I was doing the 890 jump mission solo, and my guns wouldn't shoot, which is very annoying, so I got killed. And when I got killed, my weapons disappeared, which is definitely an annoying and, in my opinion, game-breaking bug. I'm nearing a restricted area, that's nice. You can see the buildings look nice. They're city blocks, they're areas, there's urban sprawl. You know, it looks good. It's a good iteration of Planet Tech. Kind of see how it blends in the snow. It just looks better than the other cities we've had in games so far. More realistic, more believable. Alright, again, not like I visited a city 1,000 years in the future, but if I did, I could believe they would look like this. We got a little bit of snow happening. I'll get out of the ship. My shadow on the ground, and you can see the deer coming down at me. had a lot of nice changes in this game.
Proximity alert.
A lot of improvements. Is it perfect? No. Is it getting there?
Proximity
I'll
alert.
let you judge.
Proximity alert. Deck. Proximity alert. Starboard. Proximity alert.
Put
Deck.
down right here.
Landing complete. Weapon systems online.
I'll log out on the surface of this planet. And when I log back in, it'll probably put me back in Port Olisar because I didn't actually dock at Tressler. I'm not going to log... Well, I guess I could log out in a bit. That's what I'll do. Darn it. Wrong door. This isn't a bug, it's just an occlusion issue with the Warden. Hopefully they fix this, where these two doors are in really close proximity, and they're both open. So yeah, they're both open door. So it's easy to figure out forget which one. So you got the slush on my visor, you can see that there. Pretty neat. So we got some little light snowfall. My visor's kind of fogging up, getting some water. You know, very neat atmospheric changes and effects that we didn't used to have. Here's a question: is there my footprints in the snow? Yes, they are. Very cool. Alright, let's log out in the bed and call it a session. Let's see where it spawns me next time I log in. Maybe we should close some of these doors so I don't come back and be like, you have frozen to death. Come on. Fine, we'll just close that one. No, we won't. Gotta close both doors. Oh, demonetized. Except I'm not monetized to begin with, so. Come on, close the door. Close the door. Close the door. Thank you. That's really frustrating. Alright, so let's log out in a bed. Log out. Well, everyone, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the very long and probably slightly boring gameplay. But it definitely seemed to have worked better for me, at least. Hopefully this actually streamed. If it didn't stream, this was a complete and total waste of time. Yeehaw! Have a good day. Take care.